Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Folks, it's Fat Loss Friday, my new series where I give you a meal plan for the week to help you on your fat loss journey. And if you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2, click here on the I button and check them out. Now let's get straight into the meal plan. So for breakfast on the meal plan, eggs are on the menu and we're going to be eating a sausage and kale omelette. The first thing I do is chop up 50 grams of chicken sausage into small pieces. Then I take 15 to 20 grams of kale and remove the stems. Then just roll those leaves up and chop them finely. Next I get a bowl. I crack 2 eggs in that, season with salt and pepper, and then whisk those eggs. Beat it. Just beat it. Michael Jackson style. I get my pan on the stove and spray it with pan spray. I add in the sausages and then the kale and then just pan fry it till the kale wilts and the sausages get some color. After which I pour in the eggs. Now just cook that on a low heat. What I like to do is cover and cook the egg. Now it's almost fully cooked, but I will still give it a flip. Let it kiss the pan for 30 seconds and then my egg is ready. Put that on your plate and your breakfast is good to go. This kale and sausage omelette clocks in at 235 calories with 20 grams of protein. Now if this is not filling enough or too few calories, you can add one more egg and a little more sausage and kale to keep it low carb, or you can add a slice of bread to eat along with this. Either way, enjoy. So that was breakfast. And for lunch, we're going to be eating some Indian food. You're going to be making my chicken pulao. To make our chicken pulao, I start by weighing out 150 grams of long grain basmati rice, which I will wash under running water a few times and then let it soak for 30 minutes. Next, I get my chicken and cut it into small bite-sized pieces using my kitchen scissors because I didn't want to dirty the cutting board. I'm using thigh meat because unlike chicken breast, it won't overcook and dry out in a dish like this. Time to marinate the chicken. I start with 15 grams of ginger garlic paste, 50 grams of regular Indian unsweetened yogurt, salt, black pepper, chili powder, coriander powder and a bit of garam masala powder. Now give it all a good mix and let it marinate while you cook the rice and do your other prep. For the rice, I get a pot on the stove, add the drained rice, season with a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I add 3 whole cardamom pods and 3 cloves. To this I add 300 ml of water and now I just turn on the heat and bring this to a boil. Then I will cover and cook for about 10 minutes or till the liquid has been absorbed. Once that's done, I turn off the heat and let it sit covered for 10 minutes. Then I pop the lid open and fork up that rice. And it's perfectly cooked and ready to use in our pulao. Oh, and don't forget to pull out all those whole spices once the rice has cooled down. Now I get a pan on the stove and add in a tablespoon of ghee. To that I add some cumin seeds and some onions which I've sliced saute style. Now I just want to cook this and get some color on the onions and get them nice and caramelized. One of my little hacks is as they start to brown on the edges, I add a bit of water and then just cook that water out and repeat this a couple of times. It helps with even browning. Once the onions have enough color or I have just lost patience, I throw in the marinated chicken and I also rinse out the bowl with a bit of water so as to not waste any of the marinade. And now we saute this. Then I add some water, I give it all a good mix and cover and cook for about 6 to 8 minutes. After that I'm going to add in a handful of mint leaves for some extra flavor and I will add 200 grams of mixed frozen vegetables. You can add any vegetables you like. Give it all a good mix and now just bring this back up to the boil and let those veggies meet the chicken and get the flavor party started. Now we're just gonna layer our rice on top biryani style while that chicken continues to cook. Remember, we want that liquid to really cook down and intensify those flavors. So cook it for another 5 minutes on a medium heat and then finish it with coriander and turn the stove off. The pulao is pretty much ready and it already looks so good. But we have to pack this in our meal prep box, so give everything a good mix now and just look at that pulao. It looks so delicious. Of course, as always, this recipe makes 5 servings. Now, how do you find out what one serving is? Well, get your scale out and your Tupperware and then transfer that pulao into the box and weigh the full dish. This weighed 1205 grams. which means that one serving is 241 grams. So when it's time to eat, get your plate or bowl out and serve yourself 241 grams of pulao. And that, my friends, is your amazing high protein lunch that clocks in at 364 calories with 28 grams of protein. One of the tastiest and healthiest lunches you'll eat. And for snacks this week, it's berries. I got some blueberries, raspberries, also got some dragon fruit and apples. But like I said, snack on your favorite fruits and veggies. Now blueberries are about 80 calories per 100 grams, raspberries 54 calories per 100 grams, dragon fruit 60 calories per 100 grams, and a green apple is about 52 calories per 100 grams. Enjoy. And for dinner, we're going to be eating one of my favorite foods which has a bad reputation as being junk food, but this is my healthy beef burger. Got to be meticulous with that tracking, so get out that scale and let's make our burger sauce. I'm using the super low calorie mayo that's like 10 calories per serving and a local barbecue sauce that's 22 calories per serving. So it's 2 parts of mayo to 1 part of barbecue sauce, which means 30 grams of mayo to 15 grams of barbecue sauce. This recipe makes 3 servings with 1 serving being 15 grams. Now for the bun, I'm using a plain old regular hamburger bun which weighs about 65 grams and is about 176 calories. So I just slice that bun and get ready. For my burger patty, I got some lean ground beef, and to season it, I'm using this caper berbere made by a local company, Ishka Farms. It's got great flavor and you can use any store-bought spice mix you like, then season your beef with that and also salt if needed. Now I get out my special blue glove and give it all a good mix. Now I weigh out my patty, so I get the scale, and we're making each patty about 125 grams. So weigh that out and roll it into a ball. Now get your griddle on the stove and lay down that bread and toast those buns nicely. Once you get some color, remove them. Now spray some pan spray on your griddle and then place your burger ball and press down on it with your spatula. Use a parchment paper to prevent sticking. Now you don't want to make it a full smash burger, so let it be a bit thick, don't smash it too much. Remember, this is lean beef. Now let it cook for 2 minutes and then flip it over. Put a slice of cheese and cover and let that cheese melt. Once that's done, remove the burger patty from the griddle. Now to assemble the burger, get your scale out, put on those toasted buns, spread exactly 15 grams of that burger sauce which is only 17 calories, then some lettuce, 2 slices of tomato, season that with salt, pepper, put the patty on top, and a little secret is to pour any resting juices from the plate on the top bun. Cover and your burger is ready. This is actually a nice, healthy, high-protein meal that clocks in at about 505 calories with 37 grams of protein. And that, my friends, is your meal plan for the week. Now remember, as always, these are according to my calorie requirements. To calculate your calorie and macro requirements, click here on the I button and watch my series where I teach you how to do it yourself. Anyway, that's been enough jibber jabber from me. I will see you next week, same time, same place, for the final episode of Fat Loss Friday. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Till then, cheers and keep cooking. Hey folks, these videos are made possible because of the amazing people who support me on Patreon and here on the YouTube channel memberships. Thank you all for all that you do.